For my professional experience placement, I applied to work at Asiana, the UK's largest Asian wedding and lifestyle magazine. I gained a place to work at the editorial office and was exposed to working in an office setting with real journalists. During my last year at university, I worked more on broadcast projects and did placements at radio stations and on university radio projects. But I wanted to gain more experience in a field of my real passion, which is writing. When working on my manifesto, I interviewed a media professional and a journalist who had told me that these are the skills needed to be a journalist. These are the skills that I had before the placement and wanted to develop some more by the time I had finished my placement. I had the opportunity to contribute to the magazine, but I worked mainly on the lifestyle website. At first, I found it difficult to work with the pressure of constant deadlines. I found it hard to do my research, interview, and write up an article all within a short amount of time, as I had to produce about 2 to 3 articles a day. After a few days, however, I was able to get the hang of it and started publishing articles. Another job I had to do at the start of every day was to find news for their website, breaking news, and I had to look on other websites or think of trends to be putting up. This took me a long time to do at the start of the placement, but eventually I learned where and how to find the stories, and I started to enjoy the buzz of working under pressure. Interview was something I always thought I was quite good at, but I was able to develop the skill at my placement. I had to interview a range of people and was shown how to build rapport and interview someone professionally, especially when talking about sensitive issues, when I had to interview a lady about rape. I had to learn to take initiative when some interviewees would not reply or forget about the interview or just not have time, and I'd have to find alternative people quickly so that we could do the interview and publish it on time. I was sent on locations to write articles about it. One of the events I had to write about was alchemy in London. I shadowed a journalist while I was at the placement, who showed me how hectic and unpredictable it can be. She also showed me how to think on my feet and get a story if the one you even initially wanted to write about doesn't go to plan. At first, it was quite daunting because I was given topics and left to write the articles by myself. But after I was given some feedback after each piece of work from the editorial director, I could eventually write with confidence. For the majority of the time, I had to work independently, but now I can also work in a team more efficiently because I had to communicate with other journalists and work with them when writing articles, especially when it was about something that they had researched. Even the less exciting jobs, such as transcribing interviews and finding images for the magazine, weren't so bad because it let me see how much work goes into working in editorial. I was told to think about a topic for a feature article I wanted to write for their website, and I had to pitch it to the editor. Normally, I would have found this nerve-wracking, but after 2 weeks of working at the company, I was comfortable doing my research, interviewing, and knowing what type of article would best suit the website. After I'd learnt this, a performer who I was meant to interview did not show up, so instead I had to write about a preview for the event, as it had to be published the next day. I'm now more experienced in feature and editorial writing. I feel that after this placement, I've improved my writing skills creatively. I've gained some new contacts and enjoyed working initiatively. These are the new and developed skills I was able to learn during my weeks on placement at Asiana. While everything didn't go as smoothly at first, I was given feedback, and working with other journalists helped me to get a real feel of working in the media environment. By the end, I used all the knowledge and skills I had learnt to find and create my own feature article. While I've developed new skills, I still have a lot to learn, and I've applied to do more print placements during the summer to improve these skills. I can see myself doing this as a career, and I'm planning on applying for an internship at Asiana after graduation.